What's going on YouTube? Welcome to Chris Wrestling Views, back again with a SmackDown review video. Pretty much giving my perspective over SmackDown and talking about what happened on the show. So of course, later in the show, we got a teaser of Malachi Black is what it seems to be, in the direction, everybody's speculating of who this person is. As you can see, you have some kind of like a staff or something like that in the background. And then you had the number 4 with the Roman numerals standing for 25, which is the SmackDown after WrestleMania. And of course, you see the all the lit candles, somewhat similar to how this happened before. And with that being said, you can see some kind of seat of some sort where it looks like he's gonna walk from the back and take a seat or something like that. So we're definitely gonna see if we're gonna truly get Malachi Black, who is this person that's behind this teaser that we've been seeing on SmackDown for the past 3 to 4 weeks now. Of course, later in the night, you guys, we had Cody Rhodes. He came out, had all the different WWE championships displayed, and of course, he had the one that we all know, which is that spinner belt, which the one that John Cena used to hold back in like early 2007, 8, 6, all that good stuff. Anyways, of course, Cody Rhodes put out some kind of teaser that everyone is talking about. Is like, man, is Cody leaving the is Cody leaving WWE for a while after he loses the title to Cena, or how this is gonna go next week, you guys? We got John Cena that's gonna be on Friday Night SmackDown next week. And we're gonna see how that's gonna go as well. See what Cena's gonna talk about, and hopefully he makes it real good. Going into next Sunday as well. Of course, you seen we're gonna have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Wonder how that's gonna go. Who's gonna win? Of course, a lot of people are also talking about this thing where The Rock was wearing a New Japan Pro Wrestling T-shirt. People wonder if they're gonna have like someone for New Japan that's gonna come. What The Rock is teasing? Of course, you can see all the inductees, of course, that's going to be there. The ones that's behind the wrestlers are going to induct, whoever that you pretty much see. Anyways, you get the gist. The opening of the show, we had Nick Aldis come out there and talk about, last week, and he wanted to invite Randy Orton to the ring. Randy Orton came out to the ring. He was like, you gave me, match against Kevin Owens. Now Kevin Owens is not able to face, being able to wrestle. And of course, we got a report later on that Kevin Owens possibly would be out all throughout 2025, and he may miss WrestleMania 42 next year. So that's big. Solo Sikoa and Tonga ended up coming out there and pretty much, beating down Randy Orton until the save of the United States champion, L.A. Knight, came out there and pretty much, even the odds. And of course, we didn't get Jacob Fatu, and we'll talk about that a little later. So they did make the tag match official, which would be LA Knight and Randy Orton versus Solo Sikoa and Toma Tonga. Of course, we got the tag team gauntlet match. Winner faces Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Of course, as you see them, they were sitting at ringside. So we had Laura Valkyria and Bayley go out there first. First opponents, we had the PFC, which I haven't seen them on WWE TV since they released Sonya Deville. And I was like, okay, wow. But they got beat with a roll-up. Looks like it was by Laura Valkyria, as far as I can remember and see. So you guys, next team, we of course, Laura and Bayley ended up winning. Then we had Maxine Dupree and Natalia ended up coming out there. And Maxine Dupree was trying to show off and everything, and she ended up getting pinned as well. Looks like this pin was by Bayley. And then, of course, you can see, like, kind of like trainer and coach type thing or whatever and stuff like that. And they got beat. And so Bayley and them were still in the match. Then we ended up getting I call them the Party Girls, which is Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, the former women's tag team champions. I think they were like 2-time or 1-time women's tag team champions. They were actually a true tag team, you guys. I mean, why not add like Lash Legend or Jakar Jackson to this thing instead of, adding Pure Fusion Collective? And then, of course, we got the team of Michin and I can't remember her name. B-Fab, yes. And B-Fab ended up getting pinned by Bailey in this match. B-Fab almost had it throughout the match. And then we ended up getting the secret Harvest, which is, I'm going to call her Alba Fire. And of course, Dewdrop. Dewdrop got really dropped. Well, not Dewdrop, excuse me, Piper Niven. She ended up getting dropped with the powerbomb by Laura Valkyria. And she really no-sold that powerbomb from the corner, and she kicked out. And or no, because it was a power bomb, and then it was, of course, a elbow drop from Bailey. And of course, I kind of really wanted, somebody else in that tag match, as you've seen, who I was going to say. Sin City Street fight at WrestleMania with Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Of course, as you can see them, they will be facing each other at WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre, of course, still came out with the eye patch, and he later revealed while he was talking on the mic that, he no longer needs the eye patch now, and that he's ready for Damian Priest. And Damian Priest is in deep trouble with Drew McIntyre after what happened 2 weeks ago on SmackDown. Of course, Drew McIntyre ends up brawling with Damian Priest, and Damian Priest hits a future shock DDT onto the steel steps. And as you can see how bucked Damian Priest's eyes was, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, that looks like really scary. Like, just imagine, like, you wake up and someone just staring at you like that. And with that being said, you guys, it was definitely crazy that Drew McIntyre had the freaking like Damian Priest's jury. I'm like, what's up with this man and people's jury, man? Like, what is he doing? Like, I don't understand. He takes CM Punk bracelet. Now he's taking Damian Priest necklace. It's crazy. He's obsessed, you guys. Of course, we had Rey Fenix end up fighting Berto, which they done took the hum out of Berto and just call him Berto now. And so that was actually surprising as well. Rey Fenix ended up winning. And then looks like we got this thing here where Santos seems like he wants Rey Fenix to join him in this group thing. And of course, as we can see, where we have Miz and, versus, not versus, but, backstage segment with the Street Profits. And of course, next week on Friday Night SmackDown, I kind of wish they would have had this match. I kind of wish they would have had like a multi-man tag match at WrestleMania, kind of like a ladder match or something. That would have definitely spiked something like for night 2, I would say. But yeah, you've seen the match for next week. Of course, as you can see, you can see Berto as well. He's going to be, he's definitely being talked down by Santos Escobar. Also, you guys, we seen Andrade talking to Humberto as well. So we could possibly see Humberto and Andrade, pretty much have like, they're going to be separated, pretty much not, them being Humberto and Angel Garza or anything like that. So, of course, we seen the little thing that's happened during the parking lot brawl where we had, Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton Charlotte Flair ended up attacking Tiffany Stratton during the parking lot before the show started. And of course, they talked about that, she's going to be, barred from the building. But of course, we'll talk about that later on in the show. All right, you guys. So next we had Nick Aldis, making a match official between Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton. I actually wanted Roxanne Perez on the card at least for night 1, against somebody, somebody other than trying to get between this Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair thing. Just at least give her somebody, especially like Carmelo Hayes too is another person. So they did reveal the card last night, you guys, for WrestleMania Night 1. Of course, that's going to be the main event. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner. Next, you guys, we are, of course, going to have Naomi versus Jade Cargill. We didn't get them on Friday Night SmackDown last night, but we will get them next Saturday, you guys, for WrestleMania Night 1. The New Day versus Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders, for the World Tag Team Championships. Maybe New Day may pick up this victory. Maybe we'll have Big E come out there and cost them. We'll definitely see what's going to happen. Of course, we're going to have Chad Gable, which of course is Andrade. Well, is Grande, Americo, kind of whatever you want to call him. I'm not really into that match at all, but I hope something happens where it interests us in that match. Also, you guys, we're going to have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair as well. As you can see, that's going to be night one as well. And I don't know why I put this thing twice, you guys. But anyways, it is what it is. Just so you can see what the match card is going to be. And of course, this match right here may start off the show. As you know, reports are saying that's gonna be Jey Uso versus Gunther opening up the show. Wonder how that's gonna go down. Wonder if wonder what's gonna happen here. I'm very interested to see. Hopefully WWE don't mess anything up with Jey versus Gunther. And on night 2, we're gonna have the women's tag team championships. Going to Lara Valkyria and Bailey versus Liv Morgan and Raquel. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Wonder how this match is gonna go down. Of course, I said it earlier in the show, the Sin City Street Fight, which is Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. This match is definitely going to be great as well. I am ready for this match. I don't care who wins this match because all these guys here are my favorite and they are a great competitor. I watched them for years and years, you guys. Minus Dominic. I mean, he's only been there like four or 5 years now. But anyways, he's still good as well. Need him to hold some singles goal. Minus he did in NXT, but that really didn't count. Of course, we've seen that we're going to have Bianca versus Io versus Rhea Ripley. And, of course, the main event for night 2 is going to be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. LA Knight ended up, winning him and Randy Orton ended up winning their match at the end of SmackDown. And as you can see, we're probably going to get Solo Sikoa versus Randy Orton. As you see, they can continue to brawl. And, of course, you already know when you see them continue to brawl, it's going to stir up something for next week. Jacob Fatu ended up coming out, you guys, as well, attacking his WrestleMania opponent for next weekend at WrestleMania. I don't know if I mentioned this one or not, but anyways, we already know they're gonna fight each other. I'm not sure if this one's gonna be night 1 or night 2. They didn't put this one up at the end of the show, so but we'll see. I don't care where it goes at, but I'm ready to see Jacob Fatu win some singles gold. Rating of the show, I'll have to give it a 6 out of 10. Comment down your favorite part of the show. Highlight of the night, I would actually have to say. It's kind of difficult to say, you guys. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe to Chris Russell Views here on YouTube.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, salute, and have a great weekend.